Hello everyone and welcome to BodyBags. I'll be your reviewer for today. I'm Lonnie from Tats. And I'm sure you've realized if you've been keeping up with the videos this week, everybody's reviewing a movie from the year 1973. And I decided to review this one. It's an Italian horror film starring Carroll Baker and George Eastman. And it is called Baba Yaga. And as you can see, it's part of the Killer Thriller collection here I have. Comes along with Night Train Murders and Strip Nude for Your Killer. So, yeah, Strip Nude for Your Killer. Anyway, so, yeah, it's a pretty simple story to follow. It's, horror, kind of supernatural horror, erotica, and things. The story concerns a photographer by the name of Valentina, and she's played by Isabelle DeFuentes. Isabelle DeFuentes. I hope I pronounced that right. So Valentina, she's going home one night, and her boyfriend Arno, played by George Eastman, who everybody remembers from, Anthropophagus and Absurd. They're heading home, and she decides she's going to walk alone. And so as she's walking along, she comes across a stray dog, and she goes to pet him, and she's about ready to move off the road. And a car is about ready to run the dog over, and so she goes and pulls the dog out of the way from being hit by the car, and she falls down, and the car comes to a stop, and out of the car comes Carroll Baker, who, you'll remember from classic movies like How the West Was Won and stuff. And then she talks about how sorry she is that she almost ran the dog over, and, can she give Valentina a ride home? And so she does. And she takes a little clip off of her stocking that connects to her garter belt. And she's like, I'm going to give this back to you and stuff like this. And she's like, by the way, my name is Baba Yaga. And so Valentina just doesn't think much of anything at first. And then, pretty soon she starts having kind of weird dreams and kind of weird thoughts going through her head. Well, then the next day, she's doing a photo shoot, and Baba Yaga comes to pay her a visit to return the little clip that she took from her. But unbeknownst to Valentina, Baba Yaga, she picks up, her camera and everything, and without realizing it, she puts a curse on Valentina's camera. And so, she leaves, and then as she's having these weird kind of psychosexual dreams and things like this and weird visions and stuff. But then she starts to realize whenever she uses her camera, strange things happen, and then eventually people start to turn up dead. And she's trying to figure out the whole mystery of it all. And she's talking to her boyfriend Arno, and at first he's just kind of dismisses, oh, everything's okay, you're imagining things and all this kind of stuff. And she's, the more she's trying to uncover the mystery of it all, and, she realizes that, basically that Baba Yaga has put a curse on her camera, and that, she is, trying to cause her to go crazy and everything else because she has, certain plans for her. And so, as Baba Yaga is close to perfecting her evil plan, Arno is her boyfriend starts to suspect that, things are going wrong. And so he decides that, he needs to try to help his girlfriend and save her. And I think I might just go ahead and leave it at that. But yeah, it's a pretty simple storyline. It's, kind of a supernatural, like I said, there's quite a, it's Italian. I don't know if I would say giallo fits into it. There is a bit of a mystery here, but it's not really a giallo. But it's definitely like supernatural horror and erotica and things like this. Honestly, it's okay. I think when you watch a movie like this, you're gonna definitely feel like it. It really feels like nothing new. It feels very kind of cookie cutter. Especially in the '60s and '70s, especially with the rise of like occult type films and movies about witchcraft and Satanism and things like this. It's kind of runs along the same line as a lot of those kind of films. So the storyline does feel quite similar. So it's it is fun though to actually watch George Eastman in a movie where he's not playing, a mutated killer or something like that, a psychopath or anything. It's kind of weird to actually see him play kind of a male lead, and even though the story is mostly Valentina's story, like he does figure quite prominently in the film. But yeah, it is kind of interesting to see that. But Carol Baker, she's yeah, I will say, Carol Baker, she was a beautiful woman at the time she made this movie. I will say though, I think like yeah, she has a little too much makeup on, but overall, yeah, it is an entertaining film. Just like I said, it just like once you start watching it, you're definitely going to feel like this. It's like okay, that is kind of a cool idea that this kind of witch occult kind of figure. Puts a curse on her camera, and then anytime she uses it, horrible things happen. One of her models ends up having something like an attack of some kind. I don't want to say like a panic attack or anything, but she ends up having an attack, or she tries using the camera, and like at one point, she George Eastman's character asks Valentina to come take some pictures. They're doing like a shoot. I think he does. I think his character does like commercials or something like that, and asked if she would come and snap some photos for them. And when she starts using her camera, the film cam, the Aeroflex film camera that they're using, excuse me, all of a sudden starts having problems, and they can't use the camera and stuff. So and then like I said, just the fact that they start realizing like stuff is really going wrong, and they need to figure out what's going on and everything else. But overall, like I said, it's not a bad film. It's I like that ultra trashy fun, chock full of sleaze, cheese, and nudity. There you go. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong. But anyway, yeah. So Baba Yaga, not the most entertaining movie I've ever seen, but still it's not bad. It's good for a watch. So I would say, yeah, if you get in, you get the chance, yeah, I would say go ahead and check it out. You might enjoy it. So. And especially if you like, Italian kind of supernatural movies and stuff, I think you'll get a kick out of that too. So that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, could you please leave it a like? And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the BodyBags channel. We have a different reviewer, one for every day of the week. I am the Friday reviewer, and we have, just a wonderful team of guys, and I'm really pleased to be in their company. And that's it, everybody. So take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you all later. Bye.